Hello, everyone. Welcome to Weekend Sports. It's Lions news time. Lions did make some signings this week and some extensions, so we're going to talk about it, give our opinion on it. First one that happened this week was DJ Reader. As a very much an improvement with him and McNeil on the inside of our defensive line. The line should be a lot better.
Yes, if he stays healthy, I think it'll be a big improvement. He only signed for 2 years, right?
2 years,
It's a good contract.
27.25 million, 9 million guaranteed.
Yeah, it's a good contract, and if he can do, I'm not expecting a full season out of him, but if he can give us, 14 games, 14, 15 games, be there for the playoffs if we make it, um, I think that'd be good. Certainly, along with Aleem McNeil, should provide considering all the beefing up our teams in our division have done at running back.
Yes.
It's probably going to be a big thing.
So our line currently is looking like Hutchinson and Houston on the outside and McNeil and Reader on the inside.
Right. We got Davenport.
Davenport was signed.
And we have that.
And you got that Bettis or whatever his name is for the CFL. Broderick Martin.
Who's the guy Martin, that's the guy. We're going to be working on him and seeing if he can make any progress. Another huge body in the middle.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to put 5 wide, put Broderick Martin in with the other two, and maybe you can get somewhere. But
right, it's going to be a nice rotation.
We'll see what ends up happening. The line is
that's probably been their most high profile.
The line is definitely better. That's probably is the biggest name that they've signed this offseason because they don't really make those big deals. The other person they signed they re-signed Donovan Peoples-Jones. Is that replacing Reynolds or Raymond or whatever? We'll see.
I don't think Raymond's not there, but I think Reynolds might not be back. We'll see. They obviously like Donald Peoples-Jones.
Yes, they did. And he's a good return guy. He's a good backup returnman, just in case Raymond does get hurt. I know Reynolds is the free agent right now, and a lot of people are iffy on him because of the NFC Championship game. They don't know if we want to have him back because of that. One bad game does not mean you shouldn't resign him. He did well. He works well with Goff. I would not be upset if the Lions end up resigning Reynolds, but we'll see what ends up happening on that front.
Right. And again, remember, we're really hoping that Jameson Williams makes a giant step this year.
Yeah. Your wide receiving core is still mostly going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams, and then Laporta is probably the top 3.
That's pretty good
that you're throwing to, and then you're going to add Donovan Peoples-Jones as a wide receiver 3 at most, and then whoever else we have, Khalif Raymond around there, and then running back wise, Montgomery's okay at catching, Gibbs is good at catching. So receiving wise, there is no issues going on with the Lions that we should have big concerns about. But I mean, the team is definitely okay on the offensive side. We don't need to worry.
But our window is closed.
Cool, yeah. Window's closing. The Packers are now better, apparently. We'll see about that.
Really even like the ball.
But the other news that came out of this week is that Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes got their extension. Only a 1-year extension, but an extension.
Well deserved.
So we got both Holmes and Campbell at least for 4 more years. And I mean, if they keep on doing what they're doing, it'll probably be more than 4 years.
That's right. Along with the president would be right with the elections and stuff. 4 more years. 4 more years.
I would not be surprised if the Lions make it back and make a deep run to the playoffs if they have another extension after this year and they just get a year on every single year that they're doing well. Until then, I don't see them going anywhere anytime soon.
And they shouldn't. Like I said, it's not, no one's perfect. We can argue a lot of things that they've done and maybe should have done better, but you can't argue with the fact that, at least in my lifetime, I've never had this kind of success with the Detroit Lions. So they've earned all this.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, we might want them to do more in free agency or question some of their draft stuff, but for overall, they've done a great job.
Yeah, we can't complain. The team has done well. They're going to also draft probably well again. As many people are concerned that Holmes is drafting deep in the draft instead of higher up like we usually are. I don't even know the last, out of all the draft picks, you mostly aren't talking about his first round draft picks. You're talking about his second round and his third round and his fourth round draft picks. The only first round draft pick we've talked about the past, besides Hutchinson and Gibbs, Like, even those are good picks.
Right.
But second round, you got Laporta last year. You got Amon-Ra in the third or fourth round a few years ago.
Yeah, I'm thinking, like I said, with the loss of Jonah Jackson, he's going to probably try to strengthen that offensive line.
You're either going to go defensive line, or you're going on the other side of Hutchinson, or you're going to go offensive line.
Keep strengthening those trenches, man.
And then I'm going to tell you right now, don't be surprised if they go draft a wide receiver.
No!
Second round. Have 3 wide receivers drafted. 3 straight.
I don't want to see
that. I expect it. Expect the wide receiver to get drafted.
The guy we drafted last year in like the 6th round. Isn't he supposed to be doing pretty good?
I don't know. I just expect that. I expect another wide receiver.
From North Carolina.
You aren't re-signing one. Expect to draft one. That's all I'm saying.
He's fast.
But other things that happen in the division, because that much happened in the division-wise, but the biggest news this week out of the division, Justin Fields is gone. He's a Steeler. For a 6th-round pick, in my opinion, I would have done that if I was the Lions. You want a 6th-round?
His contract is going to be up. So the Steelers are just trying to say, look, we're going to see what we got here. If Russell Wilson don't work out.
But they're also going to have Russell Wilson kind of teach Justin Fields and develop him a little bit more than Chicago was.
I don't know. What's Russell Wilson's contract?
I think it's still, I think he signed like bare minimum. It's only like $1 million.
Yeah, I mean.
So
they're going to try these guys out and see what's the best route to take.
But I would have.
Justin Fields is saying all the right things.
I would have traded for Justin Fields if it was just a 6th-round draft pick.
Yeah.
I'd have him back up Goff. I would have done that in a heartbeat. And then you can move on from Goff to have a more mobile quarterback.
Maybe. I like that. But we got Hooker. It's Hooker time.
But in my confidence in Chicago now is that it's going to be 4th place Minnesota still because they have Sam Darnold.
Oh, yeah.
But it's going to be...
Oh, they've lost more than they've gained.
Chicago and Minnesota are on the same par like they were last year. They're going to struggle because I think they would have kept Justin Fields. Chicago could have won the division. In fact, if Chicago probably didn't trade Justin Fields and they drafted right, I was actually going to predict them to win the division.
It all depends on how Chicago's rookie quarterback
and who they pick. Maybe they won't draft Caleb Williams.
Because they've got Keenan Allen.
DJ Moore. DeAndre Swift.
They do not have a bad team.
They do not.
And I think the Bears are going to surprise some people.
I said if they would have kept Justin Fields, I would have predicted them to win the division.
Really?
I would have predicted them to win the division. We wouldn't have won. I think Chicago would have massively improved with all they did, but now with the rookie quarterback who's not going to be developed right. Because when was the last time Chicago developed a QB, right?
Isn't this supposed to be some phenom, though? The guy from USC, Caleb, what's his name?
Williams.
Caleb Williams.
I don't think they're going to play well now. We'll go with the rookie quarterback. They're not going to play well. It's not going to be CJ Stroud moment in Chicago.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll
I don't
see.
think it's going to happen.
We'll see what happens.
With all that being said, though, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Until next time, hope to see everybody soon.